Hey friend, hi. Here we meet again, for this journey continues onto this, crucial step of it. This incredible moment of the journey I chose to tell you and share. So here we are. I'm going to tell you what happened during this incredible experience of Bufo. If you followed my last episode, you know the miracle story of how did this happen, of how life guided me in just a few days on the path of Bufo ceremony, of receiving that incredible gift. So if you haven't yet, I really encourage you to go and listen to that previous episode where I share with you these amazing stories of synchronicities, generosity, and divine alignment. So now jump back to this experience, this famous Wednesday of 1st June arrive, and I go to the place where the person is going to serve me the medicine of Bufo. For those who don't know, just the way I had no idea actually when I went there, because I was just following signs, I was just following life, and I didn't look online what it was or per se. I had just a vague idea of what this could be, of what this could do and open in me, but I really didn't know nothing about it. So if you're like me, here it is. The little I know, okay. Bufo comes, it's I think called like a poison of a certain frog in Mexico, I think. And this particular medicine is the pure molecule of 5-MeO-DMT, which is the strongest psychedelic we can ever find here on Earth for now. So it's different from DMT that you find in mushrooms or ayahuasca or other psychedelic medicine. 5-MeO-DMT is way stronger. It works on a different level, different dimension. So it's said that Bufo ceremony, Bufo therapy, is the ego death. It's the death of the self, of the ego part of the human experience. It's said that it is the fast way to source, the direct way to source. So I went there not knowing exactly what it was, how it worked, and of course what I was about to leave, but I just went there with so much faith. I mean, you've heard the story, right? It's just so divinely guided. Who am I to not trust all of that's happening? And actually, I was literally flying on this high on life, high on guidance, high on faith that I didn't need to know. I didn't want to. I was just like, oh my God, so high on love and gratitude for the way that was paved in front of me. So I arrived that day. I wasn't really stressed, really. But when I arrived and we started talking, we just talked maybe for 5 minutes and then it was on. But that talk, I realized, actually not with the mind, but the mind was just understanding and hearing the feeling that was so strong in my body. And in my whole body, I could feel that this experience, I don't have words for that, but I could feel that it was going to be very, very powerful and that it was going to change a lot. I could feel that, whoa, it was like an initiation from source, from God, from life, for me at this moment in my life, in my level of consciousness. I could feel that this was a very important initiation. And while we were talking these 5 minutes just to prepare our space, and she was preparing me, really, I could feel already, how I've been feeling my energy body and just really myself as energy since my first Kundalini awakening. Well, I could feel this whole energy buzzing so intense, like even more intense than what it does usually. I could feel it vibrating so hard. It was almost numbing my mind. I was almost going. I was extremely high on energy present in the space between the person and me. That was very special, and in that potency of feeling the energy, I knew, wow, this is big. And then stress starting to arrive. So yeah, and the person asked me to sit, so I sit, and yeah, it's crystals to inhale, and the person says you're gonna inhale for 10 seconds. Inhale in your heart, stay in your heart, and just relax. And on that moment, oh my God, my whole body was in stress mode. My heart was just pounding, and I was trying to remain centered, to be like, okay, be in your heart, it's okay, it's all gonna be okay, you are guided, this is okay. Oh my God. And the person counts. I inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gone. I can feel my body laying down, and I can, oh my God, how do I explain this? In this second, I surrendered fully. There was no struggle. I was completely ready for that. And I just surrendered. And on that 8th second, when my body let down, I dissolved completely. Now I can tell you that what happened, because I remember some pieces. I dissolved from my heart, and I could see it kind of in slow motion. Everything, every physical manifestation of this reality, including my body, including my consciousness, including myself, dissolved one thing after the other. It happened in an instant, but with some time in between. I can tell you that it was one thing after the other, very, very quickly. And all of a sudden, I was nothing. I was everything. It wasn't a vision or visual, something, psychedelic that you see. It was a true being. It was the purest state of being that I've ever felt before. It was the purest state of being that I've ever felt before. Oh my God, I was source again. I went straight, if we can use these words, I went straight to the 0 point, the 1 point of existence. There was no time. There was no space, truly. There was only wave, formless energy, frequency, wave, colors, just pure frequency, love. Only this. Only this. And I experienced it. I was it. The I am. Nothing more. No self. No sense of self anymore. No sense of physical 3D reality. No sense of universe or life as we know it. Everything dissolved. And it felt like I was the truth. I saw truth. I felt truth. Divine, pure essence of truth. The origin, the 1 point of creation, of love, of everything really. And all of a sudden, I was coming back in my body. Very slowly, things starting to come up my mind, having thoughts. Then acknowledging my body. I'm in a space. Oh wow, earth, life. Oh, I'm Sophie. And all the pieces coming back. But I was still feeling so intensely the upgrade, this energy so, my God, so high frequency that I just experienced. So I was in this in-between world, maybe for an hour or an hour and a half, just coming back slowly, slowly. And on that moment, honestly, I was shocked. I was just shocked. My mind, when I say I, it's the mind. My mind couldn't make sense of it. I was so shocked because I've always believed that we are all one, that we are all source expressing itself in many, many ways, and that life is that much beautiful, you know. I've always had faith in all of that. But that faith came from a place of not knowing, just truly feeling and believing, trusting. That experience I just lived shattered all of it because everything was becoming real, or everything even became real, became this innate knowing, because innate experience of it, not just out of faith, which is already wonderful, but I was literally source. And I can't tell you for how long, because within the experience itself there is no time. It's just one point. Nothing else is true or relevant. You're already, on the highest expression of source, which is source itself. So it's so beyond the dimensions that we know here on earth, or as a human, or even during other psychedelic experience. It's even beyond that. It's like the highest point, if we can say that again. But yeah, I was literally shocked to have experienced this, because the mind had a hard time to accept this, because this meant that actually, what did it mean for myself, for my ego? At this moment when I came back, I had a hard time understanding then who I am. Then what is this? What is this life we've been living? What are those definitions we've been having about everything and everyone and all the situations, all of life itself? What is what? Why are we doing this? Who am I? What is myself? Who is Sophie? Oh my God, every story that we ever told to ourselves, that I ever told myself about I am this, I am that, I lived this, everything was just becoming irrelevant. Truly irrelevant. Because I am not those things. Those things are a part of me, but I am way much more. Oh my God. And even though I had faith on that, I didn't know how more. And now I knew. So from that moment, I left. Then I went to have an amazing smoothie bowl in Sayuri again. And my best friend Anya, she did it right after me, and then she met me. And that whole day that followed, we were completely high on life. We were like, oh my God. We would feel each other so much. Sharing it together, honestly, was everything. Because we could feel all of it. We had the same full experience. Very, very similar on every aspect. And we felt so blessed. Oh my God. We felt the most blessed we've ever felt, because we received, in our eyes, we received the greatest gift one can receive. To feel and be God again, to feel source, to see the truth, the pure one, to feel it in our core, to be it. And we felt this blessing, we felt this amazingness, but we also felt the same thing that happened. We died. In that moment, the I as we knew it, died. This ego died. And we were reborn in just a few seconds. And we had that together, so we could really go through it together. And that was, again, everything. Because when we looked at each other, when we were saying words or whatever, we felt that we understood each other. And that was a huge help in the integration process, especially for the mind that is so confused and so lost. But that whole day that followed, we even went to a kirtan. And, wow, just soaking in even more high vibes of this life that we created here, and that we express as the source, certainly. And it's very cute compared to the source itself, but wow, so much beauty that we can create here. And the whole day, I think that's what we were focusing on. Wow, look at this beautiful thing that we create as source, that we get to embody as humans, that we get to feel with our senses and with all our emotions. Oh my God, this is all a part of it. This is all so beautiful, so beautiful. Oh my God, because we had this knowing of the frequency and how it moves, how it is truly, and now we could associate it to its expression as form, as physicality here on earth. And oh my God, how amazing. I remember those feelings while singing kirtan with the sangha, and just, oh wow, feeling these mantras and feeling the heart opening of everyone. It was so pure, so pure. And we were flying high, high, high. At this moment, our ego was dead. We were super high, super, yeah, in this enlightened space from direct light. So then we went to sleep with all of this new knowing. And yeah, this never stopped, this feeling of highness in the sensational level, feeling the energy so potent in the body. I couldn't feel my body anymore. Again, I was just pure energy. And this connection to source was so intimate, so close. It's like we lifted every barrier, because when you do Bufo, you are getting the greatest cleanse and purification that you've ever had. It's like source is coming straight into all of your being, all of your system, and just washing it with the highest frequency of love. So it's very intense in the most beautiful ways. And yeah, even when I went to bed, and I know for my best friend it was the same, we were feeling it so strong. It's like we were brought back into that dimension and coming back, and it was just this flow of beauty happening. But then the next day, the real integration started. And since that moment, so it's been almost a month already, wow, it's been just waves, roller coaster of integration. For me, it looked a lot like sadness, my ego, very, very confused mind. Oh my God, what is the meaning of everything? Why am I here? Who the fuck am I? How is this gonna work now? How could I know innately all of these? How do I function in the world? How do I function with people surrounding me? What if the people surrounding me didn't do this experience, like many people didn't? How do I talk with those people now that I know what I know? All these questions happening. That was the mind really, wow, going crazy and trying to make sense out of it, trying to find a meaning that is suitable from the level of my mind, except it's impossible. This frequency is way higher on dimension than my mind is. So we are talking about different dimensions, different levels. My mind is incapable of making sense out of it, but still it tries, because that's what we are used to. That's our reality as humans with mind. And on the emotional level, wow, it was cleansing all of the sadness, all of the healing process I was on for a while now. And it felt like it was cleansing some deeper layers of it. So I spent a lot of time alone, just a few days following, laying in the grass, crying, feeling this connection so strong. Oh my God, I was crying of beauty as much as I was crying of insanity in my mind. And I was just on this crazy level of myself, my new self, just taking it all in, feeling it all, and really having difficulties to function for now. Like I could function physically, but for example, conversations with people were such a struggle. It was difficult to express myself in words that honor what I was living and what I experienced. Still is, by the way. But it was also difficult to relate, to connect, I was just like emotionally, I was a wreck. I would cry, I would laugh, I don't know, I would be all kinds of things as a human experiment. But in my heart, I was just connected to Source so intimately, like I was never before. Honestly, this journey has been a very big ride and so beautiful. So beautiful. I feel extremely blessed to have experienced this. I feel extremely blessed to what it has done in my life, because it really shifted the whole paradigm that I had on life. It shifted all of my perceptions of the self, of people, of life, of every situation I've ever lived, of everything that I am now. It shifted everything in the most profound, pure, truthful way. And since then, I've been really attracting to me people who have lived this experience. And we've been sharing together. Also with my best friend that did it the same day, that died and was reborn the same 1st June as me. We really helped each other to integrate, to make our mind just acknowledge that this is okay. This is also a part of our journeys. And this is actually the most incredible blessing we have received. And it's okay to not identify as a self anymore. It's okay to let this ego die little by little. And it's okay to face it. Because what I've been experiencing is really burst of the ego screaming for, oh my God, what is happening? I have been here, this part of you, since forever, to try support you, to try to make you survive, to protect you, to make you safe. And here you are, showing me that you don't need me because you're so safe, because you are everything already. And my ego, that's been helping me survive and make me secure, is really been bursting those past few weeks in many, many ways. Food addictions coming strong, telling me to, it's time to transmute, it's time to release, it's time to break free. Also, ego has, oh my God, doubts. All of a sudden, I've been feeling separation for the last 2 days. True deep sense of separation. Like, who I am. What am I saying? What am I feeling since those weeks? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I'm mistaken myself. So this is just the ego, again, bursting and screaming, hey, I don't know how to help you right now. This is not the way I know. Can you please come back into those heavy emotions so that I know how I can help you the way I've always done? But this is not happening, because inside there is this deep feeling, this deep knowing now, this deep sense of connection. And I can feel it all the time. I can tap into it anyway, when I want. If I just close my eyes, if I just am in the nature, by the ocean, in the ocean, in the grass, under the sun, like I've been doing and going the past few weeks, then I'm just there, connected again. If I just call my friends that are attuned to the same frequency, that receive the same gift, and just in their present, I'm there again, connected, feeling this intimacy with life, with Source. So this integration, and some say that it takes a lifetime. I believe it will. But every day, every second, there is a new step of it. There is a new evolution of it, a new layer, a new beauty happening, a new miracle. And this whole journey of remembering in my core, in all of my cells, who I am really, who we really are as Source manifested, this whole journey is one of the most beautiful that I've been taking. I am very thankful, so grateful for life, for this gift. It is such a blessing to feel and to now make it a mission to embody. Yes, This is my mind choosing consciously to make it a mission to embody that source, that pure love, that pure ease, pure abundance, pure everything. I make it my mission. I made it already. I started in many ways that I will continue to share with you because it's just super fun. But yeah, I decided that this is the mission I give to myself. Or maybe Source gave it to me, or maybe both, because we are it. I decide to make it my mission to embody Source in the most beautiful ways, in my own unicity and authentic ways here on earth, in this life. Because it is so easy, it is so joyful, and it can be easy and joyful for all of us here on earth. In this magnificent journey we have the chance to live as human beings, as Source. Wow, so yeah, this was my crazy experience. You know, one thing that was absolutely wonderful is that I took my journal a few weeks ago. A journal I didn't write in 3 months, right? So 3 months ago, I had just done a Vipassana meditation, so staying 10 days in a center in silence to meditate. And when I got out of this very amazing spiritual experience, I wrote in my journal some things. And I wrote something that I completely forgot. I wrote an intention. I said, please, God, help me get closer to you. Please, Source, how do I get closer to you? Oh my God. Oh my God. 3 months later, my question was answered in the most deep way ever. Source called me back, brought me back to it, answered my call, and there I was, the closest I can get. The experience of it, of isness, of everythingness, of creation, of Source, life, God, universe, beauty, love. So again, all of this path, I think you've heard it, but it was just me allowing life to happen, me listening to my inner guidance and to the callings of life. So what I learned from this experience is basically the secret of manifestation that we've all been so interested in and playing with for quite a while now. And it is that I want to share with you through all these stories. If we listen to our inner guidance, if we make ourselves available fully to what can happen, not even thinking about it, not even anticipating it or controlling it, resisting what is, if we make ourselves available and we allow life to unfold the way it wants, moment after moment, and we trust every sign, every guidance, inner, outer, every synchronicities, every callings that life has for us, then we start experiencing the true miracle of life, the ease of flow, the gifts and the blessing that she has in store for us. I have so many more things to share with you, especially about this integration process, including the CAP, the Kundalini activation, because, wow, I've reached a state doing an immersion of CAP that I will share in another episode about this integration. I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope I was able to honor the feeling I had connecting to Source so deeply and having it so close in my heart, in my whole being now. I hope this inspires you. I am sending you so much love right now. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you very, very soon. And remember, life is a true blessing if you allow yourself to truly see it, feel it, let it. Much love.